Dear President Trump, last night you bypassed all diplomatic protocol. You decided to go straight to the source of fake news itself, Fox News, specifically to the program of Tucker Carlson, who had been peddling this false white supremacist narrative that there's a white genocide happening in South Africa, and there's these farm murders that are happening, and that white farmers' land is now being seized. Well, President Trump, nothing could be further from the truth. In fact, last year in 2017-2018, there were 74 farm murders in total. That's according to three sources of statistics: our own police, the Transvaal Agricultural Union, and Agri-SA. All of them agree, 74 farm murders. Well, Stats SA says that there's 19,016 murders in South Africa in total. I'm sure you will agree, 74 out of 19,016 is a big difference, and certainly not what Fox News describe as large-scale farm killings. I really would suggest that you ask Secretary Pompeo to investigate this a bit deeper and find out why white supremacists are selling this false narrative. Many of the right wing will tell you that farm murders are particularly brutal and are even going to post pictures of one or two farmers who've been murdered. The problem is all farm murders, all murders, are really tragic, and often murder is very, very brutal. But the truth, President Trump, is that posting one picture or two pictures or 10 pictures doesn't show a trend of what's happening with murder in South Africa. We could post pictures of any murder that is brutal, certainly not a genocide, and certainly not targeted. In fact, all research that's been done into this matter shows that farm murders are not politically motivated. Many will also tell you that a particular politician in 2010 sang a song which directly translates as "kill the farmer." Well, this song is a liberation song with a long history, and the song actually means and is understood by both the singer of the song and the supporters of that politician as "let's destroy the system of white oppression." In fact, our Equality Court had a look into this, and while they recognized that the song does have these historic roots and would not be understood by the people who were listening to the song as an instruction to kill farmers, they did declare it hate speech and ordered that the song no longer be sung. And so in 2011, when this judgment was handed down, the song stopped being sung. Interesting, not one farm murder since then has been attributed to the singing of the song. And in fact, farm murders have decreased since the judgment in 2011. In fact, farm murders are now at their lowest level ever. Certainly in the last 20 years of our democracy, farm murders have never been so low. Another right-wing conspiracy that they might tell you is that the same politician has said that we are not calling for the killing of white people, at least for now. Well, this politician has repeatedly explained what he meant by that statement, that if we don't deal with the racial inequality, the system of white supremacy, black people in South Africa may indeed at some point rise up in anger. He basically was saying we need to deal with the injustice, or we may have a situation of violence. In fact, in interviews, he goes on to say that I'm saying to you, under my leadership, we will not call for the slaughter of white people. I don't know those coming after me, he said. I will not speak for them. They are alarmists. They are crybabies. They're attention seekers. No one's going to slaughter them. The farm attacks are just an act of crime. It's not a genocide on white people. We are concerned, he continued. Even in the farms where black workers are being killed, should we now be alarmists and say there's a genocide of black people? No, this is normal crime. In fact, his comment points to the question of land seizures that you allege. The truth is The only real people who've experienced land seizures on a mass scale in South Africa are black South Africans, who over the last 300 to 400 years have experienced massive confiscation of property, including laws that have severely reduced their ability to purchase property. In fact, in 1994, 83% of South Africa's land was only able to be owned by white people. I'm sure you'll agree this needs redressing, and that's exactly what the South African Parliament is doing. In 1994, as part of our negotiated settlement, we agreed that there would be redistribution of land, and then specifically we agreed there would be restitution of land. And so, since 1994, the government has been embarking on a process to return some of the land that was stolen. Investigations have been happened, court processes have happened, and some land has been returned. But this land process, this land reform process, has been very slow. And as a result, our government has now decided to embark on a process of reviewing our constitution and seeing whether there is a way for us to do this process a lot quicker. We do want to avoid bloodshed in this country, and we want to make sure that we've got a fair way of ensuring that there is justice and everybody has access to our economy. I'm sure that you will agree these are important aims. So I would like to ask you, President Trump, please will you consider staying out of our business? Please will you consider telling those white supremacists who keep informing you fake news that there's something bad happening in South Africa to just shut up. It's really no good. They mean that they're not being helpful in our debate. We have recent history of sorting out some very difficult conflict, of dealing with some of the injustice of our apartheid past. We've negotiated in South Africa, and I can assure you that our government and our people are very good at talking, and that's exactly what we're going to do. I hope this helps you understand the matter better. Bye.